This video was made possible thanks to CuriosityStream. Watch TLDR ad-free and get exclusive videos from us by signing up to the CuriosityStream Nebula Bundle deal at curiositystream.com/TLDRUS. Donald Trump was a big tweeter, maybe the biggest tweeter of all time.
The biggest ever in our country.
From his first tweet promoting a David Letterman appearance in 2009 until he was banned from Twitter in January of 2021, Trump dashed off more than 56,000 tweets and retweets, nearly 13 per day, every day for 12 years. Presumably suffering from Twitter withdrawal, on Monday Trump released his much-anticipated Twitter alternative, Truth Social. So in this video, we're going to explain what Truth Social actually is and whether it stands a chance of usurping Twitter. So, what is Truth Social? Well, quite simply, Truth Social is Donald Trump's new social media platform. Trump has struggled to gain media traction since being kicked off Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Instagram following the Capitol riots in January of 2021. Trump is currently suing Google, Twitter and Facebook for what he sees as politically motivated censorship, but this is unlikely to succeed, at least according to legal experts. So Truth Social is apparently his way of getting back in the social media spotlight. The app was released on the App Store on Monday and is expected to be released on the Android Play Store sometime soon, although there's no fixed date. It's currently only available in the US and Canada, but even Americans will struggle to get on the site, which is currently struggling to register users. At time of writing, anyone who tries to sign up is put on a waitlist running into the hundreds of thousands. According to the app's description in the Apple App Store, it's intended as a big tent social media platform where people can share their different viewpoints on the world, stating that it welcomes varied opinions and the robust conversation they bring. Despite this, it's been widely perceived as a right-wing alternative to Twitter. And, well, it does look a lot like Twitter, just with the word tweet replaced by truth. The interface also looks conspicuously similar to Twitter's, while the logo is nearly identical to that of Trailar, a British solar company that opened in 2019. So that's what Truth Social is, essentially Trump's alternative to Twitter. On to the second part of the video. Will it work? Well, history doesn't bode well for Trump here. For starters, Trump has tried this before, and, well, it didn't go well. In May of 2021, he launched his Trump blog. Despite an initial uptick, interest quickly dried up, and the blog was shut down just a month later. Trump's entire website, including his blog, saw roughly 4 million visits in the week ending May the 18th. For context, Facebook and Twitter had 896 million and 329 million visits respectively in the same time period. It's also worth mentioning that Truth Social is just the latest in a long line of right-wing social media alternatives. Conservatives have been accusing big tech of left-wing bias for years now, and have tried many times to provide a viable conservative alternative, none of which have really succeeded. Parler, launched in 2018, was supposed to be a right-wing alternative to Twitter, much like Truth Social. At the peak of its power, Parler had about 1 million monthly users. For context, Twitter currently has about 400 million monthly users, and Facebook has nearly 3 billion monthly users. After reports that Parler was used to coordinate the 2021 storming of the US Capitol, Apple and Google removed Parler from their app stores, and Amazon Web Services cancelled its hosting services. Parler relaunched in May 2021, but only attracted about 5% of its previous user base. Getter and Gab, two more conservative alternatives to Twitter, have less than 1 million and 100,000 monthly users respectively. MeWe, a privacy-focused alternative to Facebook with a more loose moderation policy that has made it attractive to conservatives, has about 18 million users total, although it's hard to know how many of those are active, while Rumble, an anti-censorship alternative to YouTube, has about 40 million monthly users. For context, YouTube has about 1.7 billion monthly users. The point we're making is that there are loads of right-wing social media alternatives, none of which have really achieved the mainstream appeal of the big tech supermajors. Now, this is somewhat unsurprising, given the network effect advantage enjoyed by these massive companies. Network effect describes how the value of a product or service increases when more people adopt it. Social media companies are exceptionally susceptible to network effects. The more people that use a social media platform, the more appealing and effective it is, which is why usurping the big players like Facebook or Twitter is very difficult. Now, this doesn't mean that Trump's Truth Social is bound to fail. After all, it's reached #1 on the App Store, and if there's anything the last 7 years have taught us, it's that you shouldn't underestimate Trump. But he's definitely looking at an uphill battle. As a final thing, it's worth saying that if this does succeed, it's interesting to see how it'll affect Republican polling. Republicans seem to have benefited from Trump's enforced silence. Since January the 6th, Trump's approval ratings have slumped to about -15, with about 40% approval. The Republican Party, on the other hand, has seen its poll ratings significantly improve since January the 6th. In the first quarter of 2021, 49% of US adults identified as Democrat or leaned Democrat, versus 40% who sided with Republicans. Today, that's flipped. 47% of respondents identified as Republicans, while only 42% said they were Democrats, and the Republicans are on course for a good result at the midterms. The point we're making is the Republicans have apparently benefited from Trump's silence, and if he returns to the limelight, it'll be interesting to see how this affects Republican polling. Anyway, if that's not enough TLDR for you, then you should head over to Nebula. You might have heard of them before, but my creator friends and I have teamed up to build our own platform where we don't need to worry about demonetization or the algorithm. Over there you can find all of our latest videos ad-free, and we're also going to start posting exclusive Nebula Plus videos over there too, with our very first one already live. It's not just us either, all our favourite educational creators are already there, like Wendover Productions, Real Life Law, Polymatter, Legal Eagle, Half as Interesting, and many more. But wait, we said this video was brought to you by CuriosityStream, right? Well, as a platform full of the best documentaries online, they naturally love educational creators like us. As such, we've worked out a deal whereby if you sign up to CuriosityStream using the link in the description, you'll also get free access to Nebula. That's not a trial either, you'll get access for as long as you're a member. To make things even better, for a limited time, they're offering a deal where you can get 26% off their already low price, making an entire year of both services less than $15. Less than $15 a year for all your favourite educational creators, as well as superb documentaries on CuriosityStream. Signing up at curiositystream.com/TLDRUS or clicking the link below not only gets you the best deal, but it also directly supports TLDR and educational content on the platform more generally, as well as getting you original content and an ad-free experience.